Hi everybody, it's Deanna with toolsofenergyprotection.com, where I talk about how to work with the energies that are being presented with us this week, both individually and collectively. And it's a process of becoming our best selves without getting stuck. So I'd like to take a look at the energies that are happening right now, this week. Let's see here. From July 5th to the 9th, 2017. So this week, the energies, the rest of this week, are supporting relationships. It's all about relationships. And if we think about how we have things in our lives, it really is about the relationship between us and other people, us and ourselves, and sometimes it's about the relationship we have with other things or places. So the energies are supporting and uplifting us right now to take a look at that, because in the past we have been asked to love ourselves and to move forward. And ascension is so easy and effortless and so possible right now that we have to get rid of some things in order to move forward. Hi Deanna, thank you for joining. What's happening with these energy shifts that are going on right now, the supportive energy, is for us to really dump things that no longer serve us in our relationships. So it was doing a little bit of free writing earlier and asking Spirit, and what was revealed to me is that we all have hidden energy blocks. We have things that get in our way. So we say things like, I really want to move forward in my spiritual life. I really want to claim my divine gifts, and I really would like to move forward. But we have a lot of excessive fears and doubts. And those doubts are building blocks. So if you play with those like a child, putting blocks in the old days anyways, we used to put blocks together and stack them different colors on top of each other and knock them down and rebuild with them. And that's what we're doing in our life. Constantly, we're building with different blocks. So if you focus on building with those different blocks, that's what you're going to receive. So if you're focusing on the fear and doubt, that's what you're going to get. So today what I'd like to do is share a little strategy on how to overcome those. It is really very simple. So you think about what your goal is. Where do you want to be? Do you want to be more spiritually open? Do you want to begin to use your divine gifts? Do you just want to hear the answers that God, Spirit, or Source is giving you? Or if you have clear vision, to see them. Write those things down. Write down what your desired outcome is. What are your goals right now? And then what I'd like for you to do is write down what keeps you from moving forward. What are the energetic blocks? So if you hear voices and you've shut it out for a long time because you were afraid of what those voices were, then what I would like for you to do is find a way to connect with those voices, to connect with how that works. And right now my phone is telling me that if I, don't connect it, that we're not going to have much longer together on this video. So let me plug that in. There, sorry, little ceiling time. That's how you know it's live. Anyway, so what is happening is to the strategy that I'm sharing on how to move forward to overcome the blocks of fear is to go ahead and write those down and ask yourself, well, what is my goal? Well, my goal is to move forward, maybe hearing God, Spirit, or Source talk to me, or know how to use my gifts better. What are the blocks? Just talking about the fear of maybe hearing voices, and you've heard those for a long time, and so you've blocked them out because you didn't know how to take care of them or how to determine who they were. So if that's the block, then write down the solution. The strategy for moving forward is to find someone to help train you on what that looks like, to be in a place that's safe as you move forward and determine what those are. So make a list of your goals, what you'd like to make. Then make a list of the blocks. And then, as I do on my one-to-one strategy sessions with my clients, I make a list of how to overcome those obstacles and begin looking for those solutions. Because the building blocks that you've been playing with have caused nothing but fear and doubt. So we'd like to take those building blocks and get rid of them and replace them with new ones. And the easiest way to do that is to identify what's the challenge, and then put a solution in place and work towards that and work with that energy as a building block, not as a stumbling block. And to have a relationship with that energy. And to have a relationship with that building, because once you turn loose of the old ones and bring the new ones into place, that will totally shift how you experience your life, how you experience what you're doing. So if your goal is not a spiritual gift, perhaps you want to get a better job, or perhaps you'd like to have a deeper relationship, you can use the same strategy. Write down what it is you feel is blocking you, what are your fears and doubts, and then come up with a strategy on how to overcome those, thinking about relationships. And if it's a person that you're desiring to relate to and you're having a block with that other person, then go inside and say, what's blocking me? What building block of negativity is there that keeps me in these continual relationships over and over and over? And it can be something as simple as a relationship with a coworker or a friend. They can be very toxic just because of their behavioral patterns. So by understanding that, then you can write down on your goal, my desire or my strategy is to limit my exposure to toxic people or to toxic situations or even toxic places. A lot of times when we go to places, it says do not enter, there's toxic waste, so don't go there. A little humor today. It is hump day. Anyway, moving forward. So what I'd like for you to do too is to write down what it is that's blocking you from going forward from your goals. Then come up with a strategy or solution like I do in my one-to-one sessions and begin to move forward. And as you do, God, Spirit, or Source will help you and will support you. And those building blocks that you've been holding up until now that are not positive for you will go away because you're now focusing on the building blocks that are bringing you to your highest good. And if you have any questions, I'd like for you to either post them down below here if you're on Facebook with me, or post them on YouTube. Or you can go to toolsofenergyprotection.com and go down to the post that'll be up later today about this energy shift. And you can post your questions down below there, and I will do my best to answer them as quickly as possible. So that's all for today. Just focus on relationships. Focus on being really happy right now, because the energies are also supporting our happiness and they're lifting us up, and that's why the blocks that have been keeping you, from moving forward, it's what those blocks have to fall away. And so you may be seeing things come up in your life right now that are popping up that are really, really ugly. And there are things that have been there, but you've been ignoring. One of my favorite things to do is, here's the block, go away. Here's the block, go away. Here's the block, go away. How many times can you do that? It's annoying and frustrating. So there are some things in my life right now that I've been ignoring and putting to the side in the area of relationships with things and relationships with objects. And they keep getting in my path and stumbling me up from moving forwards. And so the more I ignored it, the more it came. And so finally in meditation, I said, why does this thing keep coming up bothering me? And the answer I received was, because you don't have the right relationship with it. So what do you not have a right relationship with in your life? Is it a place? Is it an object? Is it things stacking up in your closet, maybe? Maybe things that you brought home and have accumulated. You bought them at the store because they made you feel good, and then you got them home. Now you have to clean them and stack them and store them. Maybe that's the block. Maybe that's telling you that you're bringing things home emotionally or spiritually and storing them up, and you need to get rid of them. It's just the obvious. Most of the time, God, Spirit, or Source does not make things hard on us, and we don't make things hard on ourselves if we'll just look at whatever the block is that usually is manifesting itself in the 3D world. And if you're just joining me, the third dimension is the clay pot. That's the reality that you're in every single day. So take a moment, after this video and think about what obstacles are blocking you from going forward. What things are coming up in your life? What's causing fear and doubt and keeping you from hitting that ultimate goal that you just can't wait to get to, and you feel that anxiousness welling up inside of you? It's time to pop the cork and let that anxiety go and move forward into your beautiful, divine, loving future. If you happen to be in Denver tomorrow, Thursday, I will be at For Heaven's Sakes Books in Denver. I think I have a couple of appointments left for tomorrow, so you can give the store a call and get on my schedule and come see me one-to-one live. Or this coming up Sunday, I am teaching a dowsing class. And for those of you that are just joining, a dowsing is using a pendulum, and it's an instrument to measure energies so that you can begin to measure your own energies and work with your own divine gifts and move forward. And I'll be teaching that this Sunday, and I do have a few spaces left, but you gotta hurry because I can only have so many, because it's an interpersonal type relationship in that class. And each person will get individual attention and help them to grow. And you just go to toolsofenergyprotection.com, and I believe right on the top bar it says classes, and you click on that and it'll show you how to register, and then I'll see you Sunday evening, this Sunday. Also, I do have one-to-one appointments, and you can go right on my website and click on sessions and schedule your appointment. I do FaceTime, I do Skype, and I do in my office as well, so whatever works for you, or if you need to use the phone, that works too. I am wishing you a great and wonderful day. It has been nice to have a couple of days off and to enjoy the freedoms that we enjoy in this country. And if any of you are veterans or you've served or are still serving, I thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to be able to do what I need to do in my life freely and not have to worry about that, and have a safe place to sleep and good food to eat. Thank you again. Have a great and wonderful evening. Big hug. If you think this video will serve anyone else, please click the share button and share it with them and give them something that they may need. Have a great and wonderful night.